to my channel. I'm on the go right now. I know this is a little bit different for the videos, but today we're gonna talk about the Apple Watch 3 ice on my wrist, ice on my wrist. So, you know, uh, uh, let's get started. There we go. So when Apple first came into the smartwatch game with the Apple Watch Series 1, it had an IP rating of IPX7, which means it's splash and water resistant, but not waterproof. Apple finally made the Apple Watch waterproof, aka what Apple calls it swimproof, with the Apple Watch Series 2, and brought that same feature back with the Apple Watch Series 3. So the Apple Watch 3 has a similar waterproof rating comparable to IP68, where you can swim in waters up to 50 meters deep without the watch being damaged, which is definitely a welcome feature for me. For a few years, Android watches have had this feature built into their watches. Finally, Apple has joined the club in bringing cellular capabilities, which make it competitive with the likes of Samsung and their wearables. So what this new feature does is that if you want to leave your phone at home, and for some weird reason want to use the watch as your phone for the day, you can do that now. Just know that when you use the Apple Watch as a standalone phone, you'll drain the battery considerably faster than having it paired to your phone. That being said, using the watch with your phone, the Apple Watch has excellent battery life, and I can go about a day, day and a half to 2 days on a single charge. With the Apple Watch Series 1, I was never able to do that. I was never able to have that kind of battery life. By pretty much the end of the day, I'd have to charge my watch up. Since it's an Apple product, you know it's definitely integrated into Apple's very own music service, Apple Music. The Apple Watch was always able to store music, but it was really bad, especially the Apple Watch 1 and the early days of Watch OS. I download a playlist or sync music before I go to bed, and then a few days later, my playlist or songs were gone. But with WatchOS 4, music syncs up more easily, and you see a much bigger difference with the Apple Watch retaining the playlist instead of it just deleting it by itself. You have anything other than Apple Music like Spotify, and you're just trying to stream music on your watch, I'm just telling you now, you bought the wrong watch. Apple Music is the only subscription service that will stream on that watch, not just the Apple Watch 3, but any Apple Watch in general. Also, because the Apple Watch doesn't have a headphone jack, wireless headphones are a must. The best wireless AirPods for the Apple Watch is definitely hands down the AirPods, since they pair up pretty much instantly with the Apple Watch. So Apple is definitely trying to step up their fitness game this year with the Apple Watch 3. This year, the extra sensor that Apple added to this year's iteration is something called the barometric altimeter, which measures stair climbing stats like a Fitbit. And there's also huge improvements this year, such as GPS capabilities, and as I said earlier, swimproofing. The Apple Watch 3 comes with a WatchOS 4 out of the box. The new operating system ramps up the coaching aspect of fitness a little bit, but that's if you let it though. Say for instance, I get a ping if I need to stand up and be more active, or walk to burn more calories, or exercise to get my set number of exercise minutes for the day. Heart rate now shows more of a graphical side for all day averages for resting heart rate and active heart rate. As far as steps and exercise sessions, the daily graphs for those aren't so good. Apple's InWatch Activity app is still bare bones, as is the iPhone's. But they're getting better, but they still need a little bit more work. Yes, the battery life is definitely improved from the Apple Watch Series 1 and 2, but it's still nowhere close to excellent. Apple says you can get up to 18 hours on the Apple Watch 3, which is actually around what I usually get on a day with light to moderate usage. My day starts off around 5 a.m., and I'll be putting my watch on the charger around 11 p.m. ish with about 25% left. I didn't have the Apple Watch 2, but I can definitely say it's a huge improvement from the Apple Watch 1, where I'd be searching for a charger at the end of the workday. I've seen some reviews about the Apple Watch 3 having issues connecting to LTE or connecting to open Wi-Fi networks when nearby, and I can definitely say I've been affected by this problem also. I'd walk away from my phone, and even though my watch shows that I'm connected to LTE, I wouldn't be able to send or receive messages or make calls. And even though this has nothing to do with cellular issues, I also had problems connecting my AirPods to it sometimes. Okay, so before the Apple Watch 3 came out, I was really hoping that Apple would change that design of the watch to something different. I thought because of all the hype surrounding the iPhone X, with it looking different, then the Apple Watch 3 would have a redesign also. Nope, didn't happen. Part of the reason for skipping the Apple Watch Series 2 is because it looked exactly the same as the Series 1 with a few more features. My reasoning for buying the Series 3, however, was because of the LTE and the promise of using it as a partial standalone phone, quote unquote phone, and that it's completely waterproof and up to 50 meters of water. Hopefully with the Apple Watch 4, they'll change the design language because it's time for something new. So the GPS version of the Apple Watch 3 starts at $329, while the GPS Plus cellular model starts at $399. Honestly, if you really want to buy an Apple Watch 3, I'd recommend getting the GPS model of the Series 3 or even getting the Apple Watch Series 2 since it has the same features, just no cellular capabilities and a slightly slower processor for about $270. The Apple Watch 3 isn't for everyone, especially the LTE model. Yes, the Apple Watch is the best smartwatch on the market in terms of functionality and power, plus the amount of things you can do with it, but the watch does come with its drawbacks. One of them is the cost, and the other is that you're locked into the iOS ecosystem. But then again, that's what you expect from Apple being a closed source operating system. There's a lot to love about this watch, even though it does some of the same things we've enjoyed on previous Apple Watch iterations. The square design is getting a bit old after it's been used for the past couple of years, but it's still a nice design. The Apple Watch 3 also comes with improved power on the hood. That being said, if you want the best smartwatch on the market, go for the Apple Watch 3, but only get the LTE version if you want to leave your phone at home or when you're working out at the gym. Alright guys, that's my video. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.